Welcome. In front of me is a Samsung Galaxy S25 Edge, and today I will show you how you can go through the setup process of this phone. So, before I get started, I do want to clarify one thing. This phone isn't like absolutely new. I have already set it up once, which will change the way I can go through the setup process compared to your device if it's straight out of the box. And I'm going to mention when that is the case. So when you put it up for the first time, you should be presented with the same screen where you get to select your, well, actually we just click on the button, which is in language that I don't understand. But when you click on it, which is idiotic that you click on, you're supposed to click on a button that shows you something in a language that you don't understand, then you get to select your language. Why wasn't I selecting language first so I can choose the button to continue? Anyway, from here it automatically selects English, so that's what I'm going to stick with anyway, and we can go to the next page, connecting to mobile network. This was by just inserting either a SIM card or connecting to Wi-Fi or using an eSIM. I'm going to select the next by not inserting a SIM card. And here we have for your review, so we have things like end user license agreement, and the other ones are optional, so don't select them. Just agree to the first one, and that's it. Next we have easy setup with another device. So if you have another, for instance Samsung, you can use the Smart Switch application to copy over the data to it, and you're good to go. I do want to point out that this is just kind of bad application all in all. It's just absolute dog shit. And just to kind of prove that point, when the connection is done through hotspot, meaning that both phones, for instance, connect through a 5 GHz Wi-Fi to each other. So one is the router, the other one is the receiver of that signal. Copying over about 50 gigabytes of data took on, for me, 12 hours. So do yourself a favor and save your sanity by just not using this abhorrent dog shit. It's just as simple as it can get. You can basically copy over all your data manually by just dragging it over to your computer and then to this device or something along those lines. And also there's other option. You can use the cable. Cable will work infinitely better. So that's an option too. I'm going to be setting up manually, but I do want to point that out for people that are interested. Now, moving on, we have choose a Wi-Fi network. Now, I do have a skip button right here, which you can probably see, but on your end, you most certainly do not have that button unless you inserted your SIM card and connected to mobile network. But if you didn't, you are right now forced to connect to Wi-Fi. And tough shit if you don't want to, or if you don't have any near you, you're gonna connect to it or you're not gonna be using your own device because Samsung demands it and you have nothing to say. It isn't your device, you're just getting it from Samsung for measly 4,000 PLN or $1,000. So, but you know, you're still going to do what Samsung wants you to do, otherwise you're not gonna use this because the device doesn't actually belong to you. Anyway, moving on, I'm just gonna be skipping this. And by skipping it, I do have a couple things show up right here. So number one, I will not be able to get software updates. My date and time won't be set automatically, and that's really the only thing that matters. So anyway, skip. And here's the date and time that I mentioned. Next, you protect your phone by either adding fingerprint, face recognition, pin pattern, or password. Now, if you're planning to add any of the biometrics as fingerprint or face recognition, you will always be required to select a pin pattern or password. Biometrics aren't 100% reliable, so in the time where they just fail you, you would always be left at least with a method of unlocking your device that isn't subject to having a sissy fit and just not working properly because, I don't know, it detects a speck of dust on your fingerprint. Or maybe it doesn't like your smile at the moment. So just wanted to point that out. And you can obviously select one or both, but either way you will always be required to select pin pattern password. Now for these three options, pin pattern password, you can choose them and you don't have to select biometrics. Or you can just not protect your device at all. It's not like anyone would want to steal a Samsung. Then you have Google services like location, scanning, and sending user and diagnostic data. you can turn all of those off, but they're from Google. So let's not kid ourselves when we turn those off. They actually don't really do much, I would presume. Google will get their data with or without your permission. They're gonna either do it illegally or legally, allegedly. Let's be honest, they wouldn't be in class action lawsuits if they were so trustworthy. So anyway, moving on, we have Samsung services. Here's something that you might want to actually turn off, which is the first thing, auto blocker. Now, auto blocker tries to present itself like this second coming of Christ, like it's going to save you. Honestly, it's just a piece of shit that's gonna annoy you, so I recommend turning it off. And it tells you that it blocks apps from unverified sources, blocks commands by USB cable, blocks malware images and messaging apps, and blocks non-official software updates. Which, I don't know, how often did you get a non-official software update on your phone? Or for instance, malware image, or a ADB command on your phone. Like, where the hell do you need to be plugging in your phone to have some automatic ADB commands run? And even if there was such a thing, you would need to agree to it on the phone that you want to have the ADB connection. The only thing that it doesn't kind of obfuscate right here in terms of what it's doing is the blocks apps from unverified sources, or aka blocks anything that hasn't been installed from Samsung or Play Store. Which, if it sounds annoying, it's because it is completely annoying. Now, we have a couple other things like personalized data intelligence. Just sounds like spyware, so let's turn that off. And customer services. Anyway, moving on. Choose your display mode. We have light and dark mode. Choose whichever one you prefer. You can also click on it, and obviously shows you right away how it's gonna look. And we're almost done. Yep, there we go. We didn't have a navigation style show throughout the setup process for some reason, but that finishes up the setup. So in any case, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.